Good Friday afternoon to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin City Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. No utility impacts for this VELCO weather hazards outlook. A rather quiet period emerges starting tonight, Friday night. This is the last of the mixed rain and snow exits our region. A large sprawling area of higher pressure and anticyclone setting up over central portions of Canada will ridge east-southeastward into New England. This will be the main influence on our weather. Arctic chill during the morning hours on Tuesday and Wednesday will be present, but nothing extreme. Dry project weather will last from Saturday through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, into Wednesday, and lesser confidence for Tuesday and Wednesday, but at this point it does look like we'll see that influence. You're looking at an area of low pressure that's currently over north of Lake Huron, Lake Superior region, and this will be taking a track across Quebec. It'll swing in colder air eventually, but the most important thing here, takeaway, is that we do have some mixed precipitation falling in the form of rain and wet snow, neither of which does not look like it's going to harm us in terms of utility impacts. Looking at the HRRR extended model here, you can see a little bit of a lull that's beginning to move in for the early to mid part of the afternoon. This is roughly about 4 o'clock. We'll start to see a little bit heavier band of rain showers with a frontal system. Looks like this is mostly falling in the form of rain. However, I think there'll be mixed snow across our local higher terrain, brief shot of wet snow. And then this band pushes off to the east. This is about 8 o'clock this evening, and that's about the end of it. This is our current system, valid 1 o'clock this afternoon, Friday, and these 6-hour increments. You can see that the precipitation then rolls on out. A little bit of a lake effect plume, Tug Hill Plateau into the Adirondacks, but it looks like it stays out of our hair for tonight and overnight, and high pressure then will be the main influence. You can see that area of higher pressure just holding a lot of our storms at bay. A little bit of precipitation passes to the south of us during the, looks like Sunday, late afternoon, Sunday night, and into Monday morning. That stays that way. 1035 hectopascal high pressure system will then begin to push into the region. You can see that that gives us another extended period with a gathering storm off to the south of us at 1031 high, then begins to push off to the north and east. It opens the door, but not until basically Wednesday night into Thursday where we start to see precipitation work in, and this looks like it's mostly primarily falling as snow. Just moving a little bit beyond that, you can see another area of higher pressure that builds in along about Friday, the 22nd of February. What does the GFES, or the GEFS, say? This is the GFS ensemble forecast mixed in with the Canadian. You can see there's mainly, in terms of QPF precipitation, this is the stuff that is falling today. This is from 12Z, and at 0Z or a little bit thereafter it begins to exit our region. This is superfluous. I don't think it's going to show up. And then we have our next system. This is the one that's coming in for Thursday. And total QPF here shows that it's only around 0.2 of an inch. And then this next little stretch, not really showing up that much, but the GFS ensemble is not picking up on it quite as extensively. In terms of precipitation type, you can see this green line here. This is forecast rain along with snow, mostly at the front end, a little bit at the back end, as it changes back over as colder air arrives later tonight, really later on this evening. Looking at 10-meter wind, top and highest elevations, this is 850 hectopascals. We are seeing a drop-off, and as we head into tonight, slow down, and no real wind issues, no gradient wind issues at all forecast. And 850 hectopascal temperature, you can see 0 degrees centigrade peaks when that rain shows up. Barely, and then temperatures fall off. Coldest it looks like as we get into the 19th. 2-meter temperature shown here. A bit of a cool down in the middle of the week. This is in really good agreement with the ECMWF model, and then these temperatures make a rise. Main storminess is identified over the next 7 days by the Weather Prediction Center's 7-day QPF, and you can see some highlighted 5-inch and plus amounts here across portions of, northern Louisiana, Mississippi, northern Alabama, northern Georgia into Tennessee and Kentucky. This looks to be the main shot of moisture here with the storm track. Secondary nature of the West Coast has been an inundated with atmospheric river shooting across from south of Hawaii. This very moist plume of high water, precipitable water amounts has been setting near records or at record levels and producing flooding currently. This is some of that is carried over into this weekend in the southern Rockies and the desert Southwest. Is pretty amazing to see greater than 1 inch, 2 inch amounts. It's fairly cold coast to coast. You can see the temperatures here running anywhere from 18 degrees below normal out the west coast, the interior sections of the west, and we're running about 3 to 6 degrees below normal here. 3 days later, you can still see a lot of cold across the country. The only anomalous warmth is down in the southeast United States, and that's where that storm system is going to be affecting with the heavier rains. For us, we cool down over time. We're going down to about 6 to 9 degrees below seasonal norms. Climate Reanalyzer shows that some of the warmest temperatures are across parts of Asia into parts of Europe. Looks like we have a cold shot here in parts of Alaska now, and a warm-up out ahead of it. This, of course, is going to be replacing that above normal temperature shortly as we get into this weekend and just beyond. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.